Insurance is dedicated to helping the businesses and people of Baton Rouge secure affordable insurance tailored to their needs. With our curated network of insurance carriers, we provide the best solutions for home, auto, life, and business coverage. Ether Insurance, powering and protecting your world.
2020 took a toll on all of us. If you're going through a divorce or custody issue, let Dejan Law Office be by your side in 2021.
Dejan Law Office, fighting for what you deserve. 344-ANDY.
Brandon Lejean here, courtesy Buick GMC.
Call Brandon Lejean at 337-224-1867.
Come see us today, courtesy Buick GMC.
One Team Media.
We showed you what the GOAT was last year when we beat y'all 50-7.
Let's go! One team!
Relax, big boy.
One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast.
Team One Podcast?
One Team One Podcast?
Yeah, they did a good job.
Really good job. Yeah.
Why is he so fat?
One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast.
One
Team One Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Matt and Jack
with
One Team One Podcast. We have Sam joining us over here as a producer today, and we have Jude in the back doing all the
Jude, you keep your mouth shut.
All the ones. Shut your mouth, Jude. I don't want to hear from you. Miles Brennan sucks, Jude. Oh, he's gonna say something now.
Here we go.
He's typing furiously. All right, big show tonight. Lots of things going on. We have the baseball search, obviously,
ongoing,
and I feel like that's the only thing going on right now.
It is.
Baton Rouge is completely like intoxicated.
We're all too focused on it. Is the problem there? Because there's nothing else to talk about.
This is the best thing. I was thinking about this today. This is the best thing for Baton Rouge College World Series, like ratings right now.
You think so?
Is all of Baton Rouge is watching Tennessee, Texas yesterday. Just everybody was on board. I was too. I was watching it too, and it was just like, all right, well, we obviously need Texas to win, right? So now, Tennessee will be out. Vitello will be available. What's going to happen now? So we can break that down. We're going to break that down a little bit with everything that we've heard. And I'm going to preface with, we will tell everybody what we hear. And I'm not going to keep anything from anybody like other people do. Some people like to hear things and they don't say shit. And I think that's bullshit. And we're just going to tell you what we hear. Yeah. And I decipher whether things are true or false as much as I can. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I've been wrong about is Bianco. And I was thinking about that today. The only fucking thing that I was wrong about was somebody fed me some Bianco news, and the Bianco it was Bianco's job to take. Mm-hmm. And if he wanted it, it was his. That was false. That was, I think, to try to figure out the leaks. And it was fed out through a few different people, and I took the bait, and that's the only one that I was wrong on. O'Sullivan, I wasn't fucking wrong. I'll just tell everybody right now. There was a lot of things going on there, and the SEC tournament ruined it all for O'Sullivan.
Sure.
There was the Pat Casey. I never took the bait on the Pat Casey. Yep. Never took the bait on that. I just felt like something was weird about that. It was a smoke screen. Other people were saying that. I never took the bait on that one. And now here we are with Vitalo. So far, everything that we've said about Vitalo is completely accurate. Sure. He was offered the extension at Tennessee, did not sign it. Right. LSU came back with a 1.8 over his 1. I've heard 5 and 4, 1.5 and 1.4, tomato.
Sure.
But now it is LSU has come over the top and said 2.1. Now Tennessee's saying, okay, Tennessee's willing to make him the highest paid coach in the country. Some people don't understand what that means as far as numbers. Tim Corbin, as of 2019, it was reported was, but the last time you were able to get a true
because Vanderbilt's private
salary of that, it was 1.2. But with all the incentives that Tim Corbin makes, it's 2.3.
Okay.
Or 2.25 or something like that.
Sure. So
what I'm saying is, okay, well, then they're willing to pay him 2.3. So LSU offered 2.1. And I'm just telling y'all right now, like, I've freaking verified that one. Like, I know John Peterson had texted that. We're friends with John Peterson.
Yep.
He told us that. I said, hey, do you want us to go with that, or do you want to go with that? And he went with it. He knows plenty of TAF guys to where I do not doubt John Peterson's info.
I saw you talk to plenty of people who confirmed that. And they've heard the same thing.
I talked to a guy at the TV station that reported that confirmed that. I've talked to somebody else that reported that confirmed that. So I've got 3 sources that have confirmed that 2.1 number at this point. And that means to me that Tennessee's willing to pay him 2.3-ish is kind of what I'm thinking. Now, if LSU doesn't want to match that and LSU just says, hey, bro, here you go, 2.1, and this is the deal. You need to sign fucking right here. Uh-huh. I could see Woody being that way. We have got a freaking solid, and I posted this today, solid backup plan in Cliff Godwin. Cliff Godwin is ready to come here. If we said, hey, Cliff, here's your package. Here you go. 1 million, 1.2, whatever. He's coming here in a heartbeat, bro. Mm. So that's kind of what I've been saying the whole time is, like, your fallback option is better than what you had with Maneri, in my opinion. It's a young guy who he's coached here before. He coached at Ole Miss, coached them to the highest success they ever had at Ole Miss.
Sure.
I think that we're sitting pretty with this coaching search,
right?
Because we've been waiting for the right guy.
It's also we've talked about it, for several weeks now. LSU is like one of the premier jobs, if not the premier job in college baseball. Mm-hmm. So when LSU baseball settles, they're going to settle high.
Yeah. Right.
The famous Michael Scott quote.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into any more, I want everybody to know, go ahead and like and share if you can. If you're on Facebook watching, share to Facebook groups if you can. Do all that for us if you really can. We appreciate that. I got a couple of sponsors that we want to talk about. All of our audio podcasts are brought to you by Bank of England Mortgage. Patrick Michelson at Bank of England. He is fantastic to work with. I tried to get him on the podcast tonight. He's in New Orleans for a business trip, so he couldn't come on tonight, but he would love to talk to us about baseball right now. He's from, I went to high school with Patrick, but he actually went to Mississippi State. Huge baseball guy, and he was very, very much involved with this baseball hire. So he would give us a lot of background info on that for sure. But call Patrick for any kind of refi, first mortgage information. It can help you out at Bank of England Mortgage. That's 225-938. I'm sorry, 939-9878. There's a lot of eights there. Also, we want to give a big shout out to River City's Total Maintenance, not Relief Pools, Jude. You're fucking fired. Jude's fired.
Bro.
River City Total Maintenance. That's Lucas Urgusa at River City's Total Maintenance. They are freaking busy right now. It is hot as hell. They're an AC company. You do the math, but they don't just do ACs, and that's kind of one of the things that Lucas is really trying to get the point across. Is they also do plumbing, they do electrical, they do all kinds of stuff for home maintenance. He actually showed me a photo the other day. He was doing apparently Drew Brees is buying a new house, and he was doing the inspection for Drew Brees' house.
It's not bad.
I know. He was like, "Hey, I've done Will Smith's. I've done all kinds of plays."
Jeez.
Yeah, big time Saints players.
Let's go.
I know. So do you want to get done by the best? I mean, this guy's handling Drew Brees' fucking house.
If they
so,
trust him, then
yeah.
I do.
But he handles New Orleans and the North Shore. So you guys reach out to him and tell him that the podcast brought you. He would be super excited about that. He might give you a deal. Also, Relief Pools. Now you can put it up. There you go, Jude. Relief Pools. Ben Landry at Relief Pools.
Jude's just excited about Relief Pools.
He is really wanting Relief Pools up there. Relief is doing, I saw him the other day. He was putting up a gunite pool in a spa, and they had a big tarp over it, and I'm assuming it was because it was raining, and they were still like spraying the gunite. And I was thinking, like, man, I've had a pool put in, a gunite pool put in, and I guarantee you, when it started raining, they didn't fucking put a tarp over it. Right. They just moved along or called it a day.
Right.
These guys are knocking it out for the summertime. So call Relief Pools. He's going to do above and beyond to get you that pool. And then last but not least, for the first segment, we got Fred's Bar. Fred's in Tigerland have been around since 1982. Give them a holler. Go out there, visit Fred's. You're not too old to visit Fred's. I was in there the other day. I was old, and I was in there. But they were like, no, you're not the oldest guy to be in there. I don't believe him.
Because, well, no, you're a little older than Billy, actually, so never mind.
Billy was,
but he looks older.
1 year older, right?
He's bald, and you're fine upstairs.
So go in there, get you a screwdriver. You won't mind being old in there. Fred's Bar in Tigerland. Tell them that the podcast sends you to. They'll probably give you free drinks. So So let's get back into the coaching search. I think at this point we're looking at, all right, Jay Johnson head of the Hooters now is what Sam says. Sam is always about he's always about the coaches at Hooters. And that's an inside joke between them. Advocate was reporting 3 finalists for LSU, Godwin, and I think he's talking about the Gilbo report. It's Glenn Gilbo came out, and Glenn Gilbo is not the most trusted source of information for LSU, but what he had posted this afternoon was that it was between Godwin, Jay Johnson, and Link Jarrett from Notre Dame, which means that Vitalo was out. I don't think that Vitalo is necessarily out yet. I can tell you this, that yes, Jimmy Sexton is doing work. I think that right now,
Gilbo's a turd.
Yeah, Gilbo's a turd. Correct. I actually retweeted Gilbo today and got heat on Twitter for retweeting Glenn Gilbo. I saw an article and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting." I didn't realize who it was, and retweet, and I'm like, "Oh shit,
doesn't mean it's retweets are not necessarily
like, I don't confirm it
Right.
or whatever.
It's just this is
First of all,
information. I'm
stop
passing it.
looking at us as like we're reporting the news.
Right.
Like, we're not reporting the news. I'm just telling you what I hear.
Right.
Like, it's not news.
Right.
But anyway, take it for what it's worth. But, all right, so what Gilbo is saying is that Vitalo's out. What I think is going on is that LSU offered the 2.1. Tennessee came over the top 2-3-ish. LSU has the option of matching that.
Right.
And if it was between 2-1 and 2-3, LSU would match that. They would just say 2-3.
Right.
2-3, we match it. We have all the resources. I don't care what Tennessee is telling you that they're going to give you as far as upgrades. We will match it. Done deal. Sign right here, or we're moving on.
Yeah.
And I could see them putting the pressure on Vitalo enough to where he might say, you know what, I'm going to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
They pushed the salary up enough here at this point to where I don't think I think Woodward would back off and not pursue any further than 2-1 or 2-3.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, in my opinion, is desperate to keep this guy around because it would be holy hell at Tennessee if they lose Vitalo.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is the first success they've had in any sport.
Yeah, who was
since
this
Pat Summit?
But this reminds me of the who was the football coach that they were trying to hire, and it was like almost a riot on
Greg
campus.
Schiano.
Greg Schiano.
Well, they had it was almost a done deal, and then they rioted because they were hiring Greg Schiano, who's a good
Clay
coach, by the way.
Travis instigated this riot.
It was so weird.
That was
That was a bizarre time.
Very strange.
Greg Schiano's a good coach. I didn't understand it.
There's just the whole Penn State stuff. The whole Penn State stuff behind this that caused this. And I think now this has kind of created a monster in Tennessee, and Tennessee fans are rabid. Right. Don't forget Derek Dooley. They said, yes, I agree. Tennessee fans are rabid, and they finally have some success. And here you go. This guy's just going to walk. I think Tennessee is willing to pay this guy almost anything they want. And at this point, does he want to leave or does he not want to leave? Does he want to come? If he doesn't want to leave and he wants to stay at Tennessee, then it doesn't really matter what you pay him because they're going to keep probably trying to keep him there. So that's kind of where we're at with the coaching hire. And I think if LSU moves on, that's what I've been saying along is Godwin's just such a capable backup. Yeah. And if it was between Godwin, like what if Gilbo's article was right, which I don't think it is. If it was Godwin, Jay Johnson, or it was Link Jarrett, none of those guys are coaching right now. This hire would have already been made. So if it is between those guys, expect that hire tomorrow.
Right,
like,
sure.
What's the wait?
Right.
If Vitalo's told you no, what are we waiting for? Unless there is another guy in the College World Series that we're still waiting for, and if that guy is
Corbin,
I would just assume it's Corbin.
Right.
From Paul Maneri had an interview about Brian O'Connor, that's not the guy.
Right.
So the only other guy I can think of would be Corbin. Corbin, I'm telling you right now, Corbin probably makes 2.3, 2.4.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay him 2.7, 8.
Yeah.
Something like that to get him to move.
You really are.
Now, you brought up an interesting point the other day, and I want to talk about that a little bit, which is the NIL stuff and how it relates to Vandy going forward, because that could be a reason for him to get out now while he can get as much as he can out of it, right? Sure. Yeah. So explain what you were saying with that, because I didn't really read into detail that Supreme Court stuff.
So this is just my somewhat general understanding of what happened on, what was that? Was that Monday that was signed? Or
yeah, I think it was. I think you're right. Monday,
or not signed, but passed or whatever.
Yeah.
Government stuff. So basically, I think what they ruled is that schools can give players educational benefits outside of just a scholarship. So like extra like laptops,
Well, sponsorships.
Well, is sponsorships included in that? I don't think so.
Or endorsements, right? That's not included in that? Okay.
No.
We're not there yet?
It's not name, image, and likeness. It's just
the educational expense. The NCAA cannot tell the colleges what is considered and what is not considered an educational expense.
Okay.
It's kind of what it comes down to. So if you want to get, give laptops and have computers that they can use, you're able to do that because they would limit it to like what you said. Your classes, your books, and then what else comes with that?
Like extra tutoring, stuff like that.
Sure.
Tutoring,
quote unquote
as
tutoring.
they say at North Carolina.
And that was my understanding, and I do think that the sponsorships are to follow. If they haven't already passed, they're to follow. You can have the endorsement deals. I mean, that's going to happen this year if it hasn't already.
Well, so that's a great. I mean, it adds a great new
wrench.
Yeah, wrench into the thing with Corbin.
Yeah.
Like, is this one thing that's going to make Vanderbilt not as attractive as it was before, where they had this whole like system in place that was going to be able to get them the best kids ever? Like, it's one step. It's all a little bit more equal now.
Yeah,
a little bit more playing field. Plus, LSU's got tops. So I've always thought about LSU and Vanderbilt should be on almost equal playing field a little bit because LSU does have tops to use. I just don't know necessarily if they've been using it to their advantage the last couple of years. A lot of people, and I was very happy to see. First of all, Eddie Smith he already was searching for a job like probably about a month ago. Got his head coaching job. Nolan Kane went ahead and left for Texas A&M. They got out of here. I was worried about, and we haven't heard anything about Alan Dunn. I was worried about these guys not getting jobs after Palmineri retired. But everybody raves about Nolan Kane and how great of a recruiter he is. But I still think there was something lacking out of this LSU squad that we were missing in recruiting. And it wasn't necessarily getting top freshmen coming in, but maybe there was something about, and we were talking about this, we've talked about this plenty of times, about JUCO guys, guys that can supplement between a junior and a freshman that could come in and be like another starter in there.
Like, who was that was saying that to us about the JUCO guys? Someone came on and said something about that specifically. Like a week or two ago.
No, I mean, it wasn't John Peterson, but I don't know. I don't remember. I know. I remember something like that too.
Came on and said that.
We'd have to look at that back, but there's something about that I think that was missing in the last couple of years. Kane was a yes man who hired little guys who looked like Paul.
Jesus.
That was rough, Ryan. Recruited, not hired. Yeah, I gotcha. There are small guys in the roster. I mean, obviously you ended up with a guy like, you ended up getting a guy like Dylan Cruz, which should have been drafted. I think that we started backing off some of these draft eligible guys.
Yeah.
And because we were getting burned so many years about them, but you can't stop recruiting those guys.
Yeah.
You never know how many are going to come. And even I remember 5 or 6 years ago, Florida getting a guy who was it might have been like pick number 30 in the draft, and he ended up coming to Florida. He had a $1 million signing bonus to go out of high school, and he went to Florida, and he was a big time pitcher, like Tommy Johnson or something like that.
Tommy Johnson,
Tommy
pitcher.
Johnson.
Yeah, okay.
You think I just made that up?
Is he injury prone?
I mean, not Tommy John.
Tommy
Johnson.
I do have
I
a
smoked
question.
weed with a Johnny Hopkins in college.
You smoked weed with a Johnny Hopkins.
I do have a question for you guys, though. I mean, you're talking all this baseball. It seems like, what is it?
Vitallo.
Whatever.
He's an Auburn guy. He doesn't know shit about baseball.
He's a pain in the ass, it looks like.
He's
right?
A douchebag.
Does he fit the LSU culture? Do you want the LSU to go from a guy like Maneri to him? I mean, it's such a drastic switch.
Great question. Because there's you're welcome. There's a lot of people that are talking about the attitude, and we saw it on yesterday. Like they had a guy get thrown out of the game. They were bitching about every single freaking call. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. He can be our pain in the ass. People do not
Will
like
Wade of baseball.
People do not like Will Wade.
No, not at
They
all.
hate Will Wade,
Right.
And
they think Will Wade is we have won a SEC championship. Thank you very much.
Oh, fun.
Yes, so
Regular season.
yeah, regular season championship.
But
So I love Will Wade. I absolutely love Will Wade. I think that he's passionate, and I think he's very smart, and he's figured out ways to win, with the team. But
sure,
like Alabama loves Nick. We loved Nick Saban when Saban was coaching here. Right?
I hate Eric Musselman.
Yes,
but if Eric Musselman was at LSU, which I actually, at the time that Will Wade was hired, I was really hoping we would hire Musselman.
Right
at that time,
yeah.
If he was our coach, I would love Eric Musselman. I would be all on board. He's so energetic and all that, but it's because he's at Arkansas. It makes
I just hate his
him.
social media. He's a terrible person on social media.
I love it.
I actually think he does a good job.
Bruce Pearl. Pearl, great example.
I think having any presence on social media
Drinks
as a coach
Bruce
is.
Pearl? What you saying?
Yeah, Bruce Pearl. I fucking hate Bruce Pearl. But if Bruce Pearl was my coach, I would love Bruce Pearl.
Well, we're talking about with Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin's a great example.
Well, that's different because I love Lane Kiffin, so it doesn't matter where he is.
You do think that the Tennessee coach could fit into LSU culture? I mean,
who would be the baddest gangsta on campus, Will or Tony? It's Will, bro.
No, it'd be Kim Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey would be the baddest.
Nobody's pushing around Kim Mulkey. That's a fact.
Yes,
that is true. That is true. Kim Mulkey. If Kim Mulkey's walking down the quad in the hall, like you're getting out of her way.
Absolutely.
You're getting out of her. You're sidestepping Kim Mulkey. She'd be like, "Get out of my fucking way, Tony."
LSU, the women's basketball school.
All right,
print the shirts.
Print women's basketball. We can do that.
Let's make it happen.
So I don't know. I told somebody this today. I just don't think Tony Vitale is going to take the job. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that Tennessee is offering him enough to where he's going to stay put. If they're throwing around 2.3 to be the highest paid coach in the country, shit. I mean, y'all have him, bro.
I don't think we're going to go that high either.
2.1 we're already at. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
If we say 2.3 and we'll match it,
what's a better value pick, do you think? Vitello for 2.1 or Godwin for 1.2? Godwin, right?
It's Godwin all day.
Right.
That's why I was
Almost
also
half.
saying like a 2.1 for Vitello or 3 for Corbin.
Right.
Like you almost got to pay him that much to leave Vanderbilt right now, right? Especially if they get
Does
to the
anyone know where
again.
Todd Walker stands
on hitting coach?
Guys?
Wait,
because he was all on board with Bianco.
I almost tweeted that the other day. I was like, so does this mean that Todd Walker isn't going to be the hitting coach?
So is he out?
So I would expect that a hire would be made this week, though. If Vitalo's out, then I would expect tomorrow or Friday, for a hire. Like, what are we waiting for at this point?
Right.
I bet you all these interviews are done already. Like, if you're saying that they're candidates, then they've been interviewed already. There's no doubt in my mind. They're just waiting for one guy to tell you no. Especially Godwin. Godwin's been around. He's already been interviewed last week.
Right.
It's been almost a week since he was interviewed, Thursday. So I don't see what we'd be waiting for other than that. All the Holder Ropers want Bianco. That's gone, bro. I think Bianco. They asked Bianco to wait, just like they're asking. Godwin, and he said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and stay." And so he already announced that he's going to stay. Jude in the chat, intern Jude, watch them go diversity hire and hire Albert Bell.
I don't even know who that
is. Minority hire. That's 1980s LSU baseball. Joey Albert Bell.
Okay. That's fun. Look at Jude knowing more than me about.
Where the hell did the Notre Dame coach come from? Gilbo casually dropping his name. All right, this is what made this look it felt like a smokescreen from that Gilbo took the bait on. It really did. And I took the bait on the Bianco one because I think that was a smokescreen too, or a leak, trying to figure out the leaks kind of thing. This one was
fucking Woodward with the smoke screens, man.
Man, the Pat Casey was the ultimate smokescreen. He threw that one out. He leaked that one out, and he was like, "Y'all, some faction of whoever was making decisions there wanted Casey," and he said, "Oh yeah, you want Casey?" And he leaked it out and blew up everywhere. So now, I think Gilbo has taken a leak here with the Jay Johnson and the Link Jarrett news. Now, neither one of them are bad coaches, but are any of these guys the quality of the guys that you thought we were going to hire? Like, you're hearing that Woodward's going to want to make a splash hire here. None of these are splash hires.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's still Vitalo, possibly Corbin, still in the College World Series. That would be a splash.
Sure.
Other than that, you're just looking at fallback.
I mean,
for
who
Godwin.
is a splash hire in college baseball at this point? I don't know.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
your Godwin guy, right? LSU guy, he's been at ECU.
Yeah.
I mean,
East Carolina
too.
It's East Carolina.
What more could you want? East Carolina's been in the College World Series for. I mean, I don't know the numbers. I'd probably have to look. I got to look it up. But I mean,
he's never been in the College World Series.
He's never been in the.
Really?
Not at ECU.
But he's made the Supers like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's made the Supers 5 times.
5 times.
The only time that
Surprising
Ole Miss made the College World Series was because their lead assistant was Cliff Godwin.
I like the Arizona has a good reputation in baseball. Vanderbilt,
like the Arizona
I feel
hire a lot.
like Corbin's the only guy that you can't miss with in college baseball at this moment.
The Arizona guy, he's a West Coast guy. Jay
Yeah,
Johnson.
but he's
I
not
know,
he's not a
but
typical West Coast guy. You know, like they hit.
they do hit the ball. So does Notre Dame. Dude, they're sluggers.
Notre Dame's they're a fun team.
We had
actually.
Ben Mintz on.
They
Was
were.
that Ben Mintz who probably told us that what we were talking about?
Oh,
earlier?
that is
Yeah.
what it was.
Ben was talking about how Notre Dame just slaps the ball, and they did. They almost beat Mississippi State in that regional. I was shocked that they could even go into the dude and 13,000 people and
No, that was a real good team
that was a good team
with their
gold batting helmets.
I think David Anderson's watching with their
David Anderson,
crap
yeah,
gold helmets.
Oh, that was the last week's old man take of the week. So what about Godwin's Title IX issue? I heard there was a little bit of that, but then I've heard from somebody else that wasn't as big of a deal as people have made it out to be. Apparently, there was some kind of argument with somebody internally in the athletic building or something like that.
What?
There was a Title IX issue and apparently it was a female complaint about Godwin. But I think it was a argument inside internally that turned into be almost a nothing burger.
That's open arms for LSU, right?
Oh yeah, we'd take that.
I mean, isn't that the first line on the resume? It's apply to LSU, number 1, Title IX.
Big deal.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I just like to poke the bear. You know,
I know.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. Johnson, Godwin, and Garrett would all be good hires. Just make one, Woody. And I think that'll happen this week if it's just those guys. Now, if you don't hear a hire this week, it's because the guy's still fucking in Omaha. That's got to be the only reason. Unless, I don't think they're waiting around for Vitalo.
They could be waiting around for Corbin.
Yeah, I think they would be waiting around for Corbin. And I think Corbin, do they play tonight? I think tonight is their elimination game.
No, they're on right now.
They're on right now.
Playing Stanford.
Okay.
So let's go Stanford, right?
For sure.
Somebody was telling me that the other day. Who are we supposed to go for? You're going for fucking Texas.
Sure.
Texas needs to beat Tennessee,
Sure.
right?
Right.
We need to get this going.
Right. No, I mean, I'm all for the SEC teams losing every game.
That's
where I'm at.
But that's different than what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of...
No, I see where you're coming from, but I'm also...
I
don't want SEC teams to win games.
So Scott Woodward has been throwing smoke screens out, waiting for these guys to be done with College World Series forever, it feels like. And he's still doing it. It feels like this is another one with
he's
the
just sitting on his
Gilbo
couch on his
stuff.
phone, and he's like,
hey, Gilbo, what about Jay Johnson? I think he's a good guy. I think I'm going to go out there right now. And Gilbo's like, I got a good one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's Gilbo. All right, so
It's gonna. We should make a GIF of that. Doing that.
a gif of. I think there's a Jim Carrey gif already of that.
Oh, is there? Oh, yeah, when he's Bruce Almighty.
That's as a tweet. When Glenn Gilbo gets texted by Woody, the smokescreen.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things that we had discussed earlier today, and this is completely off topic, best freaking donuts in Baton Rouge. This is sure to get people talking.
Okay.
Yeah, as I eat my pretzel stick.
Pretzel cracker.
Summer was good enough to give us pretzel crackers snacks.
She is good enough.
Donuts. What's your best donut in Baton Rouge?
It's Mary Lee.
Mary Lee.
I don't even have to think about it.
That's who we use for our coffee and donuts show.
Right.
Sam, you haven't been in Baton Rouge long. What do you have to say?
Oh man, I'm not really a donut guy. Donut's not a breakfast thing.
Oh God, here we go.
Jesus Christ.
These guys.
I did have Mary Lee's twice, and I mean they're good. They're great. I like them. So I'm just with you.
Okay.
I didn't think that's where that was going. I thought you were about to say something negative. And
all right.
No,
it wasn't going to be a good
I'm
time.
actually gluten free.
All right, we're bringing on Jude.
Well, that's it.
Real quick.
That's a deal breaker for donuts.
Jude's got to put on his shirt. He's got a robe on. Hold on, let me put him on.
Are we bringing in Jude?
Jude's in the background. Intern Jude. Best donut in Baton Rouge, Jude. Oh, I can't hear Jude at all.
God damn it.
He's
muted. He's muted. Unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Can't hear you now. What's your best donut?
I've never had a donut in Baton Rouge.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
Thanks, Jude. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you, Jude. All right, Jude's off the air now. There you go. David Anderson says family donuts in Denham Springs.
We asked about Baton Rouge.
We said Baton Rouge, David. Shipley's. We had a
family
Shipley's.
donuts is very good. That's
all right. So my
I got one.
Okay.
The best donut in Baton Rouge is at Alex Box Stadium for what LSU scored this year every baseball home game.
That's stupid.
I threw it together quickly. Sorry.
That was dumb.
Okay.
All right.
Because
I
they
don't even know.
scored 0, donut 0.
Yeah, you get it.
0 in the scoreboard.
Got it.
LSU baseball.
It's more
so funny.
LSU baseball with the best donuts of the year.
Or best donut of the year, Tennessee wins in College World Series.
Bingo.
There you go. Ooh, meshes. No discussion. I like it. Ryan, now there's no meshes in Baton Rouge, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think there's only meshes in Lafayette. I think that's the case. So we had Mary Lee 1, Shipley's 2. Oh, no. The Heavenly Donut 2, Shipley's 3, and then we had I forget who the fourth that we put in there. There was a fourth, and I forget who we. I
don't think you tweeted this one.
Oh, I tweeted that.
You tweeted the fourth one? I only remember seeing 3 on that.
Maybe I just had 3. I had 3 seeds. That might have been it. But there's like these gourmet places like District Donuts. That's just not the same.
Dude, it's literally it's bread. It's just bread.
It's bread with a little bit of glaze on it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no. Krispy Kreme, hot Krispy Kreme. Have you ever had a hot Krispy Kreme?
I used to go there for my birthday like almost every other year.
On Plank Road?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
no,
that's legit.
On Segan.
Oh, well, that's close. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I made a sales call to Shipley's yesterday. Does that count? Yes, it does. Did you get donuts when you made your sales call? I hope you did. And were they free? That tells you how good of a salesperson you are. Okay, so that was a big topic of conversation today was the donuts. We're gonna go through a couple of sponsors here, Jude. And the first one here is Bocock Brothers Cigars. I got to tell you guys, I got 2 more boxes of cigars, and they sent me. So what Jack's got in his hand, he's going to pull it over to the screen that way. Those are the Connecticut cigars, and it's the one that you see on the screen. They're a little lighter blend. Yeah, thanks, Jack. They're a little lighter blend, and they actually they say they go great with coffee. I wanted
donuts.
Yeah, a little bit
coffee and donuts and cigars.
They smoke cigars with their coffee, bro. Like, am I not living right?
I mean, I've heard of coffees and cigarettes.
So they sent me the medium blend, which I loved the best. That was the ones that we brought on vacation, which was the Habanos. And then they sent me and the ones that I haven't had yet was the Maduros, and those are actually darker with like a Nicaraguan wrapper to them, so it's a really dark wrapper. I was smoking those when you actually got here, Sam. So those kicked me on my ass. Those were fantastic. You guys need to check out Bocock Brothers Cigars, LSU grads, but they are in Houston from Honduras. But LSU grads, they would love to connect with an LSU crowd. I want everybody to go out, and if you guys are cigar smokers, go check out Bocock Brothers Cigars.
Yeah,
Mr. Funds Travels. Jason Ramazan at Mr. Funds.
BocockBrothers.com.
BocockBrothers.com. Yes, you can go order online if you want, or you can go to Cigar Den in Baton Rouge. You can go to Churchill's, and then there is Habana Port. Those are 3 places in Baton Rouge. You can go get those immediately. Don Juan's does not have them, and if you guys go to Don Juan's Cigar Bar, go to Don Juan's and say, hey, can you guys get Bocock Brothers on? Because they're having a problem getting in there for some reason, and I don't know why. These are fantastic cigars, and they should be in there. So Mr. Funds Travels, Jason Ramazan, Mr. Funds, they're putting together UCLA packages right now. So contact Jason, 225-505-5037 or MrFundsTravel.com. They include the hotel and the ticket to the game. So I know a lot of people. What?
I hate to cut you off here, Matt, but it's not a UCLA thing. It's a Los Angeles thing. You get to watch LSU kick somebody's ass.
And you can stay
at LA trip. It's not a UCLA thing.
No,
it's a huge trip that you're taking.
It is a huge trip because you're staying in Hollywood. I think the 2 hotels that they're using is in Hollywood, and
is that right?
Yeah, and then you go up to Pasadena. Okay. So that's kind of where these games are. But they have it all included. It's all inclusive. So go check them out. It includes like includes the tailgate as well. So there's like an LSU tailgate. First time LSU be playing in the Rose Bowl. Thank you, Jude. So go out west, go do it with the best. That's Mr. Funds Travel. Also, last but not least, Bogie's in Baton Rouge. Go check out Bogie's. They have drink specials every night. So go check them out. We need to go make another trip to Bogie's. We keep saying that every week. We need to keep doing it. We need to just do it. Bogie's is where that's where the magic happened when I was in school.
Yeah.
You almost lost your shit there, Sam.
I don't know what kind of magic you're talking about.
Why are you laughing, Sam?
What kind of magic are we talking here?
I mean, it was where it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every night ended up at Bogie's. Okay. Like at the end of the night, you ended up at Bogie. Like you would go to Tigerland, you go to like Reggie's, whatever, Fred's, Sports, whatever it was, the Tiger Bar, and then you would end up at Bogie's. Yeah. So go check out Bogie's.
I think once football season gets back going, Bogie's going to be on fire again.
I think it will be too. So
for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, it's just such a fun post-game bar.
We appreciate them because we actually have Fred's as a sponsor, obviously, too. So we love having Fred's and Bogie's, 2 staples in Baton Rouge, as our sponsors. So we appreciate those guys.
Well, as an outsider from Alabama, I know Bogie's and know Fred's and know Tigerland and the bar scene in Baton Rouge. Never been here.
Never been to Bogie's?
Never. No, I'd never been to these places, but I knew about them living 6 hours away.
Right.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it just
you've heard about it.
Yeah. I mean, you hear about it. These Baton Rouge bars that have been here, there is just
wow.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess you guys drink more than everybody else.
Yeah, we do.
Have a better time than everybody else.
So apparently
we have a lot more loose laws on alcohol.
That's true.
Yeah, right.
The donut conversation is still going hot and heavy in the chat.
Is it really?
Yeah, we're moved on to like bars. We're talking about all kinds of stuff, and they're still talking about donuts. I used to wait in the Heavenly Donut parking lot at 4 a.m. for them to open when I was in college. First batch, amazing. Wow.
What time do they open?
I mean, I don't know. 4? It must be 4, right?
Well, no, I mean,
he would wait in the parking lot at 4 a.m. for them to open. So I
hope you're telling
4.
me that they opened at like 4:15. That is crazy.
I think he's saying
Is that
4.
Was he waiting from the night before, or was he waiting the
That's
morning
a good
of?
question.
You see, I've done that before where I haven't gone to sleep yet.
What's the
So,
latest
I
you've
need
ever
donuts.
been?
Okay.
What's the latest you ever been like in a Taco Bell drive-through or something like that?
2:30.
2:30.
Yeah.
What
I
do they
was at-
close?
I went to Louis at like 5 in the morning one time. It was the night before the Alabama game in 2016, and we camped on campus. I was senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And we camped on campus. We found a tree and just camped under it.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you passed out.
no, it was like I slept for about 30 minutes, like out of necessity. And we wake up. It's like 4 a.m. College game day is about to start. And you know how the line starts filling up at game day. Like, you have to get in line at like 5 a.m. if you want to have a good spot. So we go over to Louis, get some pancakes, and then we went and got in line at like 4:30 or something like that.
Check this out. What's up, guys? Slow Pitch 01. What's up, guys? Started following you on Twitter after the Eric Gilbert video. Just found you on Twitch.
Dude,
Love
you
got
to be like our only Twitch listener.
What? We got a Twitch guy. Love that,
That
man.
is awesome.
Appreciate you for checking in. Carl Dunn. Carl the cat is in the chat. Hello. Appreciate you, Carl.
Can I throw in
Carl is a legend for sports talk, so just so you know. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I throw in something about Eric Gilbert?
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
LSU does not need him
I agree.
at all. And good riddance, get out. If you don't want to be in Baton Rouge,
The name of that episode was Good Riddance.
The name of the episode was Good Riddance, and it was I was tired of dealing with it. Honestly,
LSU
we had
fans,
way too much drama in 2020. 2021 is drama free. If that means Eric Gilbert needs to be off the team, then that's fine. If he needs to go somewhere else, that's great.
Yeah.
If he wanted to come in here and drop all of his shit and like move on, I was fine with that too.
Yeah. Every time I would run into somebody and like I hadn't seen him in a while or something like that, and they knew I did the podcast, they'd be like, "So what's the last thing you're hearing about Eric Gilbert?" Like every time. And I was like, dude, I don't fucking know. Like he's a fucking psychopath. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything about the guy. Like, listen, he is a great talent.
He's
and
acting like a psychopath at the very
LSU
least.
could benefit from having him on the field, but LSU doesn't need him. He's not worth
Sociopath.
He's sociopath? Yes. I like
he's not
sociopath.
He's not worth 2 touchdowns. He's not worth a touchdown on the football field.
Yep.
LSU is all about coming in. If you come and play LSU, you better strap on the helmet.
Sure.
They're ready to play. They don't care. Gilbert's all about.
It felt like he was a little bit of a me guy.
Yeah, it was like he was bigger than the LSU team. Like LSU's not OBJ played for LSU.
Yeah,
look at him with everybody else.
Right.
When he was at LSU, him and Jarvis on the same team, nobody even talked about it. It's not about them. It's about LSU.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree. I didn't think that he needed to necessarily stay here. I was ready to move on, and I think that was the best thing for LSU in this situation, for sure.
Can he coach baseball?
Do you want him to coach baseball? I don't know.
The champ Broseph and I will miss Mr. Ronnie's badly. I agree with that. Mr. Ronnie's the best part about Mr. Ronnie's
going back to donuts again
is that they would it won't end. It won't end.
Yeah, it'll never end.
They'll keep bringing it up in weeks to come.
Pizza was last week. Donuts is this week.
Burgers is going to be next week, by the way.
Burgers will be next week.
We're
Best burger in Baton Rouge. Get ready, guys.
We're compiling a hell of a list of just all the
Mr.
good burger places.
Mr. Ronnie's was heavy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was the perfect hangover donut because it was just carved up.
Hold a dozen Mary Lee's in your hand and hold a dozen Mr. Ronnie's in your hand.
It's like a brick. It's like a brick. Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't know if they were made with like French bread or what.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad. It was heavy. And you're like, how's this all going to fit in my stomach?
Dude,
but I made it.
And it does. You'll find a way, goddammit. The best part about them though is that they would park that food truck right outside of Tigerland, and dude, walking out of Fred's and then coming outside to that food truck and just getting like a dozen donuts for everybody.
How many food trucks sit out front of Tigerland now?
I was there last weekend and it was only one. It was only one last weekend, but usually there's at least two. As far as I remember, on like a big weekend.
Thank you.
Fred's was crazy on Friday, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, I didn't even go in. I was
You didn't go?
It was yeah. No, I
We'll have to get another video of Fred's. We did one last week for the Supers, or 2 weekends ago for the Supers. We'll have to go back again and get some more Super Regional discussion. And I'll get you some Uncle Nearest 1884. How about that? You want it a little bit? Oh, no. You don't want bourbon. Did you want bourbon? Yes, drink bourbon.
I thought I already had bourbon.
I thought I was giving you a hookup there. I'll take Cole Taylor in his Gator shoes any day, is what Slow Pitch 01 said. I agree with that.
What do you think is going to happen? So we've talked about tight end position plenty, I think, already. Yeah. But so we think Jack
Besh is our guy. Right. So, and I don't think he's a tight end. Obviously, he's more like a hybrid.
Right. Sure.
I like Cole Taylor, and I like Jack Besh to kind of like, when we get to 5 wides, 4 wides, he can kind of like move around a good bit. I think he's a great guy to utilize for something like that.
I'm interested to see how versatile Cole Taylor is, because when he came in, I remember like in high school, he was a really, really good receiver. I think he's from Colorado.
Yeah.
And he just looked in high school. He looked so fluent as a receiver.
Can we talk about the tight end recruits who we have coming in? We have Jake Johnson,
right,
and then
Jake Johnson next year.
And then who's this other guy that just came in? He just visited.
I know you're talking about.
He has a perm
for like 2023 or something.
Yeah, he has a perm on his head, which was crazy.
It's a perm?
Yeah, it's like curly hair perm.
Maybe I don't know who you're talking about.
He's one of the top tight ends in the country. Vandy or Stanford tonight, man. If it's not Rocker,
it's Vandy.
I think it's Vandy too.
It's Vandy.
If it's not Rocker or Lighter, it's tough. But
is the funeral guy for Stanford pitching?
Yeah, no,
that'll change my pick.
That was yesterday, I think.
Okay.
Or the day before. Last week, our Moxie of the Week was the Stanford pitcher who wore black at Texas Tech because he said this is going to be Texas Tech's funeral.
Who is Moxie of the Week this week?
Moxie of the Week. Good question. Moxie of the Week this week is going to go to Max Scherzer. So Max Scherzer is the Moxie of the Week because of the new Major League the rule where they're checking for sticky substances now. Joe Girardi went crazy. Me and you were talking about this too, Sam, where all of a sudden it was like the third time that they went out and checked Max Scherzer because Joe Girardi said, I need you guys to check it. They immediately come out and he immediately takes his hat and his gloves off and he throws them on the ground, starts taking his belt off before they even walk up. And it was like, okay, big dick energy right here from Max Scherzer.
You saw there was another guy that actually took his pants off.
Yes, and it was afterwards. What was that guy's name?
Sergio Romo.
Sergio Romo. Right. He not only did he take his belt off, but he actually takes his pants.
He pulled his pants
and he pulls his fucking pants down. Yeah. Oh man, that is Big Moxie. We appreciate the Big Moxie Award of the Week.
Definitely.
We do not have a Foxy of the Week because Jude is slacking on his game, but we do have an old man take of the week. The old man take of the week actually comes from Jude also. The old man take of the week is, why is Euro 2021 on TV during the College World Series? Why are we watching soccer? Is Jude's take.
Can we bring Jude in? Can we
Jude? Let's bring Jude in. All right, Jude, put your robe back on, Jude. All right, Jude, tell us about your.
You can't see me, but okay.
Okay,
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Anyways, well, no, like I actually watch it, but I mean I don't care as much because it ain't the red, white, and blue, and not the French team. So you know. Call me a nationalist. Call me a nationalist.
This is a real old
This
man
is-
take of the week.
This is deeper than we thought.
Yeah.
And while I'm on old man takes, Miles Brennan starting quarterback.
Miles Brennan starting quarterback. That's his real old man.
I agree with that, Jude. I've changed my
Well,
take.
that's because you're a Barner. That's because you're a Barner.
Look,
I thought it was going to be Max, but now looking at it, can you take a guy's job from him because he's hurt? I mean, he had that job. He doesn't lose that job unless he gets hurt.
Sure.
All right, I'm
But
muting Jude.
I actually
you,
watched. I watched the spring game again today, and just the highlights.
I mean, good for you.
It was like there's 2 5-minute clips of Max Johnson and Miles Brennan, and I was real bored at lunch. And dude, Max is just so much better. Like, I just can't get over it. Like, Miles just. I hate his throwing motion. I just do. I just hate it.
John Peterson was a big Miles Brennan guy.
Yeah, well, John Peterson's got a lot of old
I'm kind of a
man
Miles
takes.
Brennan guy too.
Anna
Yeah,
DiArmas.
but I think that's because you want LSU to do poorly.
All right, let's all Google Anna DiArmas is my Foxy of the week every week, he said.
Wow.
Wow, that's scary.
Is that the golfer?
Anna DiArmas. Well, Paige Spiranak. That should be my
With all
Foxy
due
of the
respect,
Win it every week.
and
Yeah, she would.
I might regret putting this outline. My Foxy of the week is Kim Mulkey for every week.
Go!
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yikes.
Who's that lady?
yeah, no, I mean, I'm just gonna keep going back to women's basketball school.
Who's Anna DiArmas, by the way? Ooh, foxy lady.
Anna DiArmas is an actress.
Okay.
Cuban Spanish actress. I don't know why we know who she. Why do you know who she is, Jude?
I mean, let's go back to Moxie of the week. I guess.
Yeah, Blade Runner. She was in Blade Runner. Let's see. Okay.
Max Scherzer got into Major League Baseball when he was 23 years old. He is 36 now, so that's 13 years, and he has been.
And he's just now.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
He has done it. He can do it. And then he gets checked 3 times.
So
in one game about having foreign substances. It's like, no, I'm
Moxie guy.
Yeah.
I'm just this good, Max Scherzer.
So there was another tweet today about Ohtani got checked.
Okay.
For the Angels, and when they
So what did they? When did they check? Is it just like when a coach asks them
Before
to?
the inning, and the opposing managers. No. The opposing manager are allowed to ask the umpires to
check him out.
Yes,
and I think they're doing it now to get in their head.
That's some
more
bullshit,
than
bro.
So
It's
they
some
did this
bullshit.
to Ohtani. Ohtani comes off the field. They go check him, and he's like politely, "Here you go. Here's everything. I bow to you, umpire." And then they're like, "Wait, what? Would that say something? Did I say something?"
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, so somebody said, "Well, I really hero." So somebody said, "Well, I love the way he acted rather than Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer acted like a complete asshole." And I was thinking, well, I actually like the way both of them acted.
Yeah.
I like the way he acted because he's very polite.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the way he acted because, like, fuck you, bro. Like, that's the way I feel about it. But yeah, Hero, Major League umpire.
Well, I think it
Whoa.
also can. I mean, if we really want to get down to it, that's a
Listen,
culture.
No, he said.
That's a culture thing. I mean, you saw Hideki Matsuzama's caddy bow to the chorus when he got done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Shohei Ohtani, also Japanese.
Welcome to Shitty Air Ride.
Well, the Radius podcast is busted in today.
Oh, really?
Racist of the week, he said. That'll be the new segment. Yeah.
I think it's probably William
Probably.
on that account right now.
Appreciate you, William. All right. So, what else do we have to go over other than there's the baseball talk?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for speaking.
What you just shouted in my
Oh
ears.
yeah, no. I yeah, that was my.
Go ahead.
What's
though.
going on?
What do you
track
got?
and field, LSU track and field Olympics.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Oh, dude, she's
Yes.
She could be Foxy of the week.
Yeah.
Foxy of the week, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Sorry, Mrs. Mulkey.
Appreciate that. Best burger,
Mrs.
Brewbachers. I don't know. I don't know.
Brewbacher's.
Brewbacher's best burger. Brewbacher's is my place to go when we're like, all right, where do you want to go? I don't know where you want to go. Where do you want to go? I don't know where I want to go. Brewbacher's? That's where you go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what Brewbacher's is.
You know, a great burger, nobody ever orders it.
What's that?
Is Doe's.
So someone told me today that Doe's is really good, and
it's fantastic. But
William,
when you
if
go,
you're still listening, I want to go try Doe's tonight.
Yeah, but when you go to Doe's, you never order a burger. You always order like a steak. Like you never order who orders a burger when they go to Doe's?
Right, exactly.
So there's a couple places like that in town. We did a burger safari one time, and that was one of our places, and it ended up being one of the top. Overpass Merchant, great burger.
Overpass, right. So here's the ones that I haven't tried. There's 7 of them. Elsie's, Goodwood Grill, Mason's Grill.
Goodwood Grill is great. Mason's is great.
I've never had a Louis burger because I always get pancakes.
Now, Mason's has the shrimp burger that apparently went on like a Food Network show.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like one of the best burgers.
Is it better than Raoul's shrimp burger?
I don't think so. To me, Raoul's is one of the best. And now
Raoul's is going to be in my top 3. Probably.
Grease and cheese is going to roll down your arm.
So that's what I want.
We're going to fly past this Olympic gold medalist.
Yes, we are.
In Baton Rouge. And
we're just going to talk about burgers.
Go to a Food Network hamburger. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to double check.
That is actually exactly what we're going to do.
Okay.
2 from LSU headed to the Olympics or more.
Hamburgers.
2 is it 2 track and field is what you're talking about? Because I think Brooks Curry, I don't know if he made it, the swimmer.
Yeah, I think it was Curry, and then it was the
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, thank you.
Now Mondo Duplantis is also going, but he's actually for Sweden,
right?
So he's actually pole vaulting for Sweden. I don't know why he's not pole vaulting for the United States. I don't understand that.
Because you can make it easier if you pole vault.
He would have made it. He would have made it for United States,
right?
I never understood that. So, but anyway.
Oh, right, because he could have done it for either.
I think Billy in the chat was talking
he's
about.
the greatest pole vaulter ever.
Yeah, he's like a world record holder.
He set the world record, and then he broke his own record twice.
All right, the boys would call Sullivan's burger was a Jesus burger.
Yeah.
So Sullivan's was the Jesus burger?
You see, here's the problem is that I don't know if I feel comfortable putting a burger that's like $20 on this list.
No.
It feels unfair to the rest of the burgers. You know what I mean? Because like Dearman's, they're only charging me like $7.
Mm-hmm. I have a burger input.
Go ahead.
Small sliders.
Oh, Smalls is on the list.
Very good.
Smashes,
Smalls is on the list,
dude.
Very
small
good.
sliders.
I fought hard for Smalls to be eligible to be on this ranking.
It is very good.
I fought hard.
Are they not?
They are.
No,
because I fought hard.
Yeah, well, I think they're my number 1.
They're very good.
Yeah, dude. And the first time I went
now.
there, I got it. Yeah, my mouth's watering.
No free ads. No free ads. Though.
No. I'll call Smalls. If you want to win Smalls, you got to advertise with us.
Yep.
David Anderson says his mom is Swedish. I get that, but why isn't he pole vaulting for the United States? He would be the pole vaulter for the United States, I would assume, right? He's one of the best pole vaulters in the world.
He's going to win the Olympics.
Why wouldn't he pole vault for the United States? He's from Lafayette.
I guess he feels some sort of like
he does not like the United States, is what you're saying?
You said that. You literally just said that. I didn't even say that at all.
That's just what we were gathering from what you said.
Okay. All right. I think we've wrapped it up here tonight, guys. We appreciate all of our sponsors. We appreciate everybody listening tonight. Everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys. A bunch of crazies. We really appreciate y'all. Go visit our sponsors. Again, our main sponsor here is Bank of England Mortgage, Patrick Michelson. Go call him. Give him a shout if you can. We appreciate him. And we will have the audio podcast out later today. If you guys can share this, we would appreciate that as well. And then go to oneteam1podcast.com, the website right here at the top. Go visit us. We're going to have some more polo shirts coming here soon. There you go, right there. Polo shirts coming here soon. We have the bitch from Louisiana polo shirts and hats. So
polo shirts now.
We're gonna have polo shirts
Oh,
by the
wow.
end of the week. They said they'll have them up, so they're kind of running slow.
What
Is
other
this-
derogatory terms could we put? Say, blank, I'm from Louisiana.
Hero.
Shitty walk.
Well, I actually want that to go anywhere.
Okay. All right. We appreciate everybody. This Matt, Jack, and Sam. Jude in the back. We appreciate him as well. And we will talk to you guys soon. It's been One Team, One Podcast.
Logan out.